The Secret Key to Riches, written and published by Books Reader. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to attract wealth effortlessly, while others struggle no matter how hard they work? The secret isn't luck, connections, or even talent. It's a specific principle the wealthy have quietly mastered and protected for generations. Understanding this concept changes everything about how you relate to money and success. This isn't about complex financial strategies or risky investments. It's a shift in how you think about and interact with money. While most chase wealth through hard work and hustle, the truly prosperous use a hidden key that consistently opens the door to abundance. For the first time, this book reveals that secret. Thousands have already applied these principles to change their financial reality. Many report dramatic results within days. The true divide between struggle and abundance isn't effort, but mindset. The first lesson is simple but powerful. Your mindset shapes your financial destiny more than any job or strategy ever could. The way you think about money creates your entire financial experience. Most people never question their money beliefs, yet these thoughts shape their outcomes. They're learned from childhood, shaped by what parents did and said, and reinforced by society. Phrases like, "money doesn't grow on trees," sink deep into our subconscious. Other common beliefs, like, "rich people are greedy," or "we can't afford that," seem harmless but plant mental blocks. These ideas grow over time and silently sabotage wealth. But once you become aware of them, you can change them. That's the start of developing a wealthy mindset. Rich people view money differently. They don't see it emotionally but logically, as a tool. Wealth, to them, isn't about luck or greed, it's the reward for solving problems and creating value. They believe anyone can learn the skill of making money with the right attitude and action. To begin reshaping your mindset, start by writing down everything you believe about money. Include thoughts about wealth, rich people, and financial success. Then ask, is this belief really true? Where did it come from? Is it helping or holding me back? This awareness exposes what's blocking your growth. Once you identify limiting beliefs, replace them with empowering ones. If you think, money is hard to earn, shift it to, money flows when I create value. Instead of saying, I'll never be rich, say, I'm learning to grow wealth. It may feel awkward at first, but that discomfort means growth. Daily habits support your new money beliefs. Start each morning visualizing financial success, see yourself handling wealth with confidence. Picture yourself investing wisely, managing your money with ease, and building prosperity. The emotional power of this vision conditions your brain for abundance. Stay mindful of your thoughts throughout the day. When you catch yourself thinking negatively about money, immediately switch to a positive belief. Track your income and expenses with appreciation, not fear. Celebrate small wins, they build momentum and confidence in your financial journey. Surround yourself with money-positive influences. Read books on wealth creation, listen to success stories, and connect with people who think abundantly. Avoid conversations and content that promote scarcity. Your environment influences you more than you realize, and it plays a major role in mindset. Stretch your comfort zone with small financial actions. Invest a little more, ask for a raise, or launch a side hustle. Each bold step proves your limiting beliefs wrong. Confidence grows every time you take action aligned with your new wealthy mindset. As your mindset shifts, so will your results. You'll act differently, see new options, and build more momentum. Money will begin to flow with less effort and stress. Even more, your empowered mindset will uplift every area of life, not just your bank account. Changing deep beliefs takes practice, but every day of effort brings you closer to the reality you want. Be patient with yourself, and stay committed. Your current situation is temporary, but your new mindset is permanent. The next lesson, wealth responds to clear intention. Money naturally flows toward people with clarity. Most people drift through life with vague desires, hoping to have more money. But the wealthy think differently. They know that the clearer you are about your goals, the faster you attract results. Focus gives power. Think of it like setting a GPS. You wouldn't just tell it to go somewhere nice. You enter an exact destination. The same goes for your wealth. Don't say, "I want to be rich." Say, "I'll build a $1 million portfolio in 7 years," or "I'll earn $20,000 monthly from real estate." Your brain is wired to pursue specific targets. When you get clear on your goals, your mind starts noticing aligned opportunities. Ideas, people, and solutions appear, ones that were always there but previously unnoticed. Clarity makes all the difference. Successful people write their goals and review them daily. This keeps their vision top of mind and influences decisions. They break big goals into small steps and create action plans. That way, they stay focused and avoid distractions that don't support their path. If your goals feel overwhelming, break them down. Want to save $100,000 this year? Start with saving $8,333 a month. Then, focus on $278 a day. Small steps create consistency, and consistency creates success. Achievable goals build belief and energy. Your wealth vision should stretch you, but still feel possible. If you make $50,000 now, don't jump to a $5 million goal overnight. Start by aiming for $100,000. Let your confidence grow with each milestone. Big success begins with believable progress. Then once you reach that next milestone, aim even higher, $250,000, then $500,000 and beyond. As your confidence grows, so should your financial vision. Time spent refining your goals is never wasted. Wealthy individuals constantly update their intentions based on progress, new knowledge, and changing life stages. They know that vague goals lead to vague outcomes. Precision leads to results. Get a notebook and write down your financial targets for the next 90 days, 1 year, 5 years, and 10 years. Be specific, include exact numbers and dates. Visualize what your life will look like when you reach those goals. What kind of home will you live in? What does your daily routine include? This clarity adds fuel to your intentions. But clarity alone isn't enough, action brings the vision to life. Let your financial goals shape your thoughts and behaviors. Think about your wealth vision first thing in the morning and again before you sleep. Let it become your guiding force when you're tempted to procrastinate or settle for less. The universe rewards focused energy. With clear goals and relentless focus, you activate powerful forces. Your intention becomes a magnet, drawing the right people, ideas, and opportunities into your orbit. Fortune responds to those who know what they want and go after it consistently. Lesson 3: The wealthy always invest first in themselves. Wealth begins within. The most successful people understand this foundational truth. You must become more valuable before you can create lasting value for others. That's why they consistently prioritize personal development, treating it as the ultimate investment. Growth fuels wealth at every level. Self-investment isn't limited to reading or attending courses. It's about intentionally leveling up every area of your life that influences income, skills, mindset, relationships, and health. Wealthy people approach this process like a business strategy, with time, energy, and commitment to measurable improvement. They focus on learning practical skills that directly increase their earning potential. Whether it's mentorship, certifications, or hands-on experience, the goal is always growth. In a fast-changing world, adaptability is more valuable than static knowledge. The wealthy never stop learning. They also prioritize physical well-being. Healthy habits support financial success through higher energy, clearer thinking, and long-term resilience. Proper nutrition, consistent exercise, and quality rest are treated as non-negotiable components of wealth building. A sharp mind requires a strong body. Emotional intelligence and communication skills are equally vital. The wealthy know success is a team sport. They build powerful networks, understand human psychology, and develop the soft skills that open doors. Being able to connect, influence, and lead others is a secret edge in the wealth game. Time is another area where they invest strategically. They master time management to focus only on what matters. Delegation, automation, and prioritization become tools for multiplying results. Every minute saved can be reallocated toward activities that create value and wealth. Creativity and problem-solving are also essential investments. The rich constantly challenge their thinking and expose themselves to new experiences. This cross-pollination of ideas often leads to innovation. Wealth isn't just earned, it's invented through fresh perspectives and unique solutions. Financial literacy is a cornerstone of self-investment. Wealthy individuals don't just hand their money over to others, they study money as a language. They understand budgeting, investing, taxes, and business models. This knowledge gives them control and confidence in financial decisions. They also develop mental resilience. Wealth requires bold decisions, and boldness attracts risk. The rich train their minds to handle setbacks, view failure as feedback, and keep moving forward. Personal growth includes strengthening your ability to thrive under pressure and bounce back fast. Self-investment is a lifelong practice. The wealthy never graduate. They continually evolve, staying up to date with trends, technology, and shifts in the economy. They treat learning as a lifestyle, not a phase. It's how they maintain their edge and continue expanding. Ultimately, your greatest asset isn't your savings, your home, or your business, it's you. Every moment and dollar invested in becoming better pays off exponentially. By growing your capacity, you unlock greater opportunities. The rich know this, and they act on it every day. Treat yourself as your most important investment. When you build your value, everything else begins to rise. This isn't theory, it's one of the most consistent habits among the wealthy. Lesson 4: Money multiplies when given proper attention and care. Think of money like a garden. It won't grow if ignored, but it thrives with daily care. Many people earn well but fail to manage what they have. The wealthy, on the other hand, treat their money with precision, focus, and deep respect, just like a skilled gardener tending prized crops. The first step is simple but powerful: track your money. Know exactly what comes in and what goes out. Wealthy people maintain full awareness of their financial position at all times. They use tools, apps, and systems to stay on top of every dollar. Clarity leads to control. Tracking creates visibility. Once you see where your money goes, you start noticing waste, leaks, and potential. You make smarter decisions because you're working from facts, not guesses. This one habit alone can radically shift your financial trajectory toward abundance and efficiency. Smart money management doesn't stop with tracking. The wealthy allocate their resources with intention. They assign every dollar a purpose, some for growth, some for security, some for enjoyment. It's not about hoarding, but about optimizing. Each dollar must be put to work. They divide their income into specific categories to ensure every dollar has a job. One popular approach is the 50/30/20 rule: 50% for needs, 30% for wants, and 20% for savings and investments. However, the wealthy often go beyond this, prioritizing saving and investing a much larger portion of their income. They understand that idle money loses value over time due to inflation, and they put their money to work accordingly. Compound interest plays a key role in their strategy. When you invest consistently and allow your gains to grow, your returns begin generating returns of their own. This creates a compounding snowball effect that accelerates over time. For example, investing $500 per month with an 8% annual return can grow into over $1 million within 30 years. The wealthy start early and remain consistent, leveraging time as their greatest ally. Protection is just as vital as growth. Wealthy individuals safeguard their finances through emergency funds, insurance coverage, and smart risk management. They don't avoid risk altogether, they take calculated risks based on thorough research and planning. They understand that keeping what you earn is just as important as increasing it. Financial education is an ongoing commitment. The wealthy constantly upgrade their knowledge through books, seminars, expert advice, and by staying informed about market trends and investment opportunities. This education empowers them to make better decisions, avoid mistakes, and navigate the complex world of finance with confidence. They also pay close attention to taxes and legal structures. Understanding the tax code allows them to minimize liabilities and maximize savings through legitimate strategies. This could include retirement accounts, trusts, LLCs, or real estate investments with tax advantages. These tools help them build and preserve wealth more efficiently. Multiple income streams are another hallmark of the wealthy. Rather than relying solely on a job or primary business, they create additional sources of income, from investments, side ventures, royalties, or other passive income opportunities. These streams increase their financial stability and wealth-building potential. Automation is a secret weapon in their financial toolkit. They automate savings, investments, and bill payments to ensure consistency and eliminate emotional decision-making. This removes friction, builds strong habits, and frees up mental energy for bigger financial strategies. Giving money the right attention also means avoiding common traps. The wealthy stay away from high-interest debt, emotional spending, and too-good-to-be-true schemes. Their discipline keeps them focused on long-term wealth instead of short-term gratification. They understand that consistent, deliberate actions lead to sustainable results. Regular financial reviews are non-negotiable. The wealthy assess their goals, track their progress, and adjust strategies when needed. They rebalance portfolios, monitor performance, and stay proactive. This continual attention ensures they remain aligned with their vision and prepared to seize new opportunities. Money flows where attention goes. The more thoughtfully you manage, grow, and protect your finances, the more your wealth expands. These habits, tracking, saving, investing, learning, and reviewing, may seem small, but they compound over time. Begin with what you have, but start now. Your future wealth depends on the attention you give your money today. Lesson 5. Prosperity requires both patience and decisive action. The journey to wealth is much like cultivating a garden. It takes patience to allow growth and decisiveness to act when timing is right. Many fail to build wealth because they lean too far in one direction, either hesitating endlessly for a perfect moment or rushing into poor decisions without sufficient thought. Successful wealth builders strike a balance. They develop a keen sense of timing, knowing when to hold back and when to act. This skill comes from understanding their field, tracking market conditions, and building confidence through preparation. They stay alert, informed, and ready to move when opportunities arise. Take the story of Sarah, a real estate investor. She spent 6 months studying her market while others jumped in during a temporary price dip. She held back, recognizing it wasn't yet the right time. 3 months later, when prices truly bottomed out, she acted decisively, purchasing 3 properties at outstanding value. Her preparation and patience paid off. The wealthy create a personal decision-making framework. They define clear criteria for taking action, gather the right information, and remove emotional biases. This allows them to move confidently and quickly when an opportunity fits their plan, while others hesitate or act impulsively. They understand that some opportunities demand immediate action while others take time to mature. They don't confuse patience with procrastination or speed with recklessness. Each decision is evaluated with clarity and purpose. Their actions align with their long-term goals, not just short-term reactions. Long-term thinking anchors this mindset. Wealth isn't built in a day, but every decision today contributes to the future. The wealthy remain calm during downturns and setbacks, knowing that these moments often bring the best opportunities. Where others panic, they look for strategic moves. Developing this skill takes practice. Start by identifying your financial criteria. What signals an opportunity is worth acting on? Define risk levels, timelines, and target returns. When those conditions are met, act decisively. In the meantime, use the waiting periods to prepare, strengthen your skills, build your network, and gather resources. Action doesn't always mean bold moves. Sometimes it means sending a follow-up email, making a call, or moving a small amount into an investment account. Small steps, taken consistently and with purpose, pave the way for greater leaps. Sometimes, the most impactful financial decisions aren't big or dramatic, they're the small, consistent steps taken over time. Regular investment contributions, continuous learning, and intentional relationship building all seem minor in the moment but compound into powerful long-term outcomes. Success comes from maintaining this steady, balanced approach through all market conditions and life changes. Every decision becomes an opportunity to practice balancing patience and action. With time, this discipline becomes second nature. You learn when to pause, when to move, and how to trust your process. Mastering this art sets you apart. It positions you to seize opportunities others miss, while staying grounded during uncertain times. This is the subtle but powerful skill that separates those who dream of wealth from those who actually achieve it. With patience and precision, you can build lasting, sustainable prosperity. Lesson 6. Value creation always precedes wealth accumulation. Real wealth doesn't come from chasing money, it comes from creating real value for others. The wealthy understand that money is a byproduct of solving meaningful problems. Instead of asking, "How can I make more money?" they ask, "How can I serve more people? How can I improve lives?" When you focus on value creation first, financial rewards follow naturally. Think of the world's most successful entrepreneurs. They didn't become wealthy by simply wanting to be rich. Steve Jobs aimed to change how people interact with technology. Jeff Bezos built Amazon to make shopping more efficient. Their fortunes were a natural consequence of the massive value they delivered. Value creation begins with understanding people's needs, sometimes even before they do. This requires deep listening, curiosity, and a genuine interest in solving problems. The more significant the problem you solve, the more people you serve, the more wealth you can create. Once a need is identified, the next step is to develop an effective solution, whether it's a product, a service, or a useful tool. What matters is quality. A solution that delivers real results builds trust, word of mouth, and long-term success. Reputation matters. When people know you offer quality, they come back, and they tell others. Pricing is another key element of value creation. Many underprice their offerings, believing it will attract more customers. But undercharging often limits your ability to deliver excellent service or reinvest in improvements. The wealthy understand that pricing should reflect value, not just cost. When done right, fair pricing benefits everyone, you, your team, and your customers. Scaling value is the final step. To make a bigger impact, you must reach more people. This could involve hiring a team, building systems, or leveraging technology to scale while maintaining quality. Wealthy individuals often transition from being solo producers to building organizations capable of serving thousands, or millions, of people. Value creation isn't a one-time task. Markets evolve, needs shift, and competition increases. The wealthy stay ahead by continually improving, listening to customer feedback, and adapting their solutions. They remain focused on delivering more value, not just maintaining the status quo. Creating value takes time and effort, and financial results may not be immediate. But if you commit to excellence, refine your solutions, and stay focused on helping others, wealth will naturally follow. Ask yourself, what problems can I solve today? How can I serve better? What skills can I sharpen? The more value you create, the more wealth you'll attract. Lesson 7. Financial freedom begins with independent thinking. True financial freedom starts when you learn to think for yourself. Most people follow conventional wisdom: get a job, save a little, hope for the best. But the wealthy take a different route. They challenge assumptions, question common advice, and make bold decisions based on personal vision, not public opinion. Thinking independently isn't always easy. When you make unconventional choices, people may push back. Friends and family might warn you you're taking unnecessary risks. But those who achieve financial freedom don't let fear or peer pressure guide their path. They trust their research, instincts, and long-term goals. Much of the financial advice shared widely comes from people who haven't built wealth themselves. Wealthy individuals often make decisions that seem odd to others. They might leave secure jobs to start businesses, invest in areas others ignore, or spend heavily on personal development and elite networking. These decisions aren't reckless, they're strategic and rooted in a deeper understanding of how wealth is built. Independent thinking stems from curiosity and a desire to understand the truth. The wealthy are lifelong learners. They read, observe successful people, and explore alternative strategies. They don't blindly accept the status quo, they question, investigate, and find their own way. This mindset gives them the confidence to act boldly when others hesitate. Independent thinkers aren't contrarians for the sake of it, they're intentional. They weigh evidence, consider outcomes, and act with clarity. They're not afraid to go against the grain if it aligns with their vision. To build this mindset, start questioning assumptions. Why do you believe what you believe about money, jobs, or investing? Who taught you those beliefs? Are they serving you? Seek out new perspectives. Explore what successful people are doing differently. Use that knowledge to make informed, independent choices. Remember, financial freedom isn't just about having money, it's about having options. It's about creating a life on your terms. And that begins by learning to think differently from the crowd. Lesson 8. Informed decisions begin with independent thinking. Making informed financial decisions requires more than just advice from others, it demands your own research, reflection, and courage. Wealthy individuals don't invest based on hearsay or hype. They gather facts, assess risks, and think critically before committing. Their confidence comes not from blind optimism, but from a habit of thoughtful decision-making developed over time. You can start small by challenging common financial beliefs. Why do people say a college degree is the only path to success? Is owning a home always a better financial decision than renting? Don't just accept these ideas, investigate them. Look at the evidence. Ask whether they align with your goals, values, and current economic realities. Independent thinking also means redefining what success looks like for you. Society often equates wealth with flashy cars and big houses. But many truly wealthy individuals prioritize freedom, choice, and contribution over appearances. They choose how they spend their time, who they work with, and how they impact the world. True wealth is measured by fulfillment, not just possessions. When you think differently, you begin to notice opportunities others overlook. You spot problems that need solving or inefficiencies that could be improved. These insights emerge from observing the world through your own lens, not through the filter of conventional thinking. Independent thinking requires courage. You must be willing to question norms, challenge your own assumptions, and accept the possibility of being wrong. The wealthy understand that mistakes are part of the journey. They learn, adapt, and improve with each misstep. Following the crowd may feel safer, but it rarely leads to extraordinary outcomes. At its core, independent thinking is about clarity. It's not about rejecting all advice, it's about evaluating advice critically and acting on what makes sense to you. It's about building your own framework for decision-making, one that's grounded in logic, curiosity, and real-world experience. To start building this skill today, pick one widely accepted belief about money. Research it from different angles. Reflect on your findings. Form your own opinion, not based on emotion or tradition, but on understanding. This small exercise lays the foundation for a mindset that will guide you to true financial freedom. Lesson 9. The wealthy see opportunities where others see problems. One of the most powerful traits shared by the wealthy is their ability to find opportunity in adversity. Where others see obstacles, they see potential. This mindset isn't just about optimism, it's about recognizing that every problem represents an unmet need, and every unmet need is an invitation to create value. Look at the businesses that shape our world today. Uber didn't invent transportation, it solved the everyday frustration of finding a ride. Amazon didn't invent shopping, it simplified it. These companies became giants by solving problems most people took for granted. Developing this opportunity-focused mindset begins with observation. Start paying attention to what frustrates you throughout the day. Is there a service that's inconvenient? A product that could work better? A system that's outdated? These everyday annoyances are clues, they're the seeds of innovation. Wealthy individuals don't avoid problems, they pursue them. They know that people are willing to pay to make pain points go away. And the bigger the pain, the greater the potential reward. This is why they actively search for what's broken, inefficient, or underserved in the marketplace. Of course, recognizing opportunity is only the first step. Acting on it requires calculated risk-taking. The wealthy don't leap without looking, they gather data, run projections, and think through outcomes. They're not afraid to fail, because they understand that failure often teaches faster and more deeply than success. When setbacks happen, they don't give up. Instead, they ask better questions. What didn't work? Why? What can I do differently next time? Each misstep becomes a stepping stone. Over time, this process sharpens their ability to spot high-value opportunities more quickly and with greater precision. Timing is another critical factor. Sometimes, an idea is great, but the market isn't ready. The wealthy monitor trends, study customer behavior, and wait for the right moment to move. Their success is a mix of preparation, insight, and timing. They also build strong networks of opportunity-minded people. These connections help them see different angles, share resources, and collaborate on solutions. They understand that some of the best ideas emerge from conversations with others who share a similar drive and perspective. To train this mindset, make it a daily habit to identify problems and brainstorm possible solutions. Listen closely when people complain. These are often market signals pointing to unmet needs. Read the stories of successful entrepreneurs and how they turn simple observations into breakthrough ventures. Opportunities often appear disguised as inconvenience, confusion, or frustration. Learn to look past the surface. Ask, what's missing? What could make this better? With practice, you'll train your mind to see what others overlook, and that's where true wealth begins. One of the most powerful questions wealthy people ask is, why hasn't anyone solved this yet? That mindset, curious, solution-focused, and bold, is what sets them apart. Even during difficult times like economic downturns, industry disruptions, or market corrections, they stay alert, not discouraged. These moments of chaos excite them because they know change creates fertile ground for innovation. Seeing opportunity in adversity is more than a skill, it's a perspective. And like any perspective, it gets sharper with practice. Train yourself to stay alert during challenging situations. Ask yourself what others are missing, what needs are going unmet, and how you could turn a problem into a breakthrough. Over time, your mind will start spotting hidden opportunities instinctively. Lesson 10. True riches flow from serving others exceptionally well. At the heart of sustainable wealth is a simple, timeless truth: money follows value. And the highest value comes from serving others exceptionally well. Wealthy individuals don't just chase profits, they pursue excellence in meeting real human needs. They start by listening, deeply and consistently. They ask, what do people really need? What's frustrating them? What would make their life easier or better? This curiosity and empathy guide their decisions. They don't guess, they observe, inquire, and stay connected. Exceptional service isn't just about fulfilling a need, it's about exceeding expectations. When you go beyond the ordinary and deliver an experience that surprises and delights, people remember. They share. They become advocates. Word of mouth becomes your most powerful marketing tool, creating a ripple effect of opportunity. Rich people understand the power of relationships. A single transaction might bring a little money, but ongoing relationships create sustained wealth. They follow up, check in, and genuinely care. That loyalty leads to referrals, repeat business, and doors that stay open long after others have closed. They also strive for win-win outcomes. Instead of squeezing every dollar out of a deal, they create value for everyone involved. This builds trust, a reputation for fairness, and partnerships that last. Over time, that trust compounds, just like financial returns. To serve well, the wealthy constantly invest in themselves. They improve their communication, sharpen their skills, and learn new ways to deliver excellence. They build systems that maintain high standards, even when they're not personally involved. They don't settle for good enough, they pursue mastery, and they're intentional with their focus. Instead of trying to serve everyone, they concentrate on where they can deliver the most value. This selective strategy allows them to go deep, not wide, offering richer, more impactful service where it counts. They also recognize that the little things matter. A thoughtful follow-up, a personal note, an unexpected bonus, all these small touches elevate the experience and deepen loyalty. Often, it's these extras that separate the remarkable from the forgettable. Through all this, one truth remains: wealth is a byproduct of service. The more lives you improve, the more value you create, and the more wealth flows your way. Financial success built this way is not only sustainable, but deeply fulfilling. Lesson 11. Consistency compounds into extraordinary results. If there's one force more powerful than talent, intelligence, or luck, it's consistency. Wealthy individuals don't rely on one lucky break. They rely on the compounding power of small, smart actions repeated over time. Think of wealth like a garden. You don't plant seeds and expect fruit the next day. You water, you weed, you wait. Some days show no visible progress. But underground, roots are forming. Growth is happening, even when you can't see it. And then, almost suddenly, results bloom. The same is true with money. Regular savings and steady investing, even in small amounts, add up. For example, investing just $100 a month with a 10% annual return turns into over $200,000 in 30 years. That's not magic, it's math, multiplied by consistency. Wealthy people integrate these habits into their daily lives. They read about finance and business for 30 minutes a day. They track their net worth monthly. They meet with mentors. They learn new skills. None of these actions are flashy, but done repeatedly, they're transformative. The secret? They build systems. Just like brushing your teeth or making your bed, wealth habits become automatic. They don't ask, should I save this month? They just do it. They don't debate whether they should learn something new. Growth is part of their routine. They understand that motivation is unreliable, but systems are sustainable. A system doesn't rely on willpower. It turns good habits into default behavior. So start small. Set up automatic transfers to your savings. Block off 15 minutes a day to study personal finance. Track your spending for the week. None of this feels dramatic, but it's these small, repeatable steps that lead to massive, long-term success. Because in the end, consistency doesn't just create wealth, it creates character, confidence, and the kind of momentum that makes extraordinary results inevitable. Instead of relying on willpower, build systems that make it easy to do the right thing. Automate your savings and investment contributions. Schedule regular financial check-ins. Turn your commute into a learning opportunity by listening to business audiobooks or podcasts. Create an environment that supports your goals without requiring constant discipline. Track your progress, but don't get caught up in daily fluctuations. Markets rise and fall. Business revenues vary. Your energy, weight, and motivation shift. What matters is the long-term trend. Wealthy individuals don't measure their success in days, they measure it in years. Celebrate small wins along the way. Did you stick to your budget this month? Celebrate. Did you complete a course, start investing, or improve a skill? Celebrate. These moments may seem minor, but they reinforce positive habits and fuel your momentum for the journey ahead. Consistency doesn't mean perfection. You'll have off days. You'll make mistakes. You'll face setbacks. What sets the wealthy apart is how quickly they get back on track. They don't let one bad day become a bad week, or one failed investment become a reason to quit altogether. Think of consistency as a superpower. While others jump from idea to idea or chase get-rich-quick schemes, you're quietly building unstoppable momentum through daily action. While others give up when results don't come quickly, you keep going, knowing time and repetition are on your side. While others make excuses, you make progress. Start today with just one small action. Then do it again tomorrow. And the next day. Don't worry about doing everything at once. Focus on building one consistent habit. Master it. Then add another. Brick by brick, you're constructing the foundation for lasting wealth. The path to riches isn't complicated, but it requires patience and persistence. The actions that feel small and insignificant today will become life-changing when repeated over months and years. Your results may look extraordinary to others, but to you, they'll feel inevitable, because you understood this simple truth. Consistency compounds into extraordinary results.